on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd like to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Welcome back to yet another video. Now before we get into the video, a reminder to smash that like button 2,000 times, subscribe as many times as you can, hit the bell over and over again, like and subscribe, and also leave a comment after watching the video. So today's video we are using the Graviton Lance, and yes, we got teabagged by yet another donkey. How many times have I got to teach you this lesson, old man? You know, that is the feeling I get when I get teabagged these days. How many times I got to teach you this lesson? You see him there running away. How dare you, mate? How fucking dare you? You kidding me, bruh? Anyway, so a lot of you have been asking me to use the Graviton Lance. And Graviton Lance is a favorite weapon of some people. Like, I don't know, it's one of those cult weapons, I think. It's got a bit of a following. You know, you get some people out there and they're like, I love Graviton Lance. And you know what? I respect it. I was surprised by this gun when I took it out for a spin yesterday. Mind, it was like, okay, here we go, an underused exotic primary with a bad time to kill. It's probably going to be a rough old time getting slapped up everywhere by 120 RPM hand cannons. But actually, it's actually not that bad. Perk Black Hole really makes this weapon. The second shot of a burst rips a hole through space and time, doing high damage and recoil with no fall off. So this is a 2-burst pulse rifle, and basically the second bullet of that burst is always going to do max damage. It has no fall off. And if I was to describe this weapon, it feels more like a scout rifle to me than it does a pulse, because of that 2-burst nature. It's very unique. It also has another trait called cosmology, where basically when you get a kill, little void explosion happens, and you know, it can damage people around. I'll be honest with you though, never expect that to ever get you any kills in PvP. It just doesn't do that much damage. There was a time when Graviton Lance was the meta actually in Destiny 2, all the way back in year 1 of the game. Some of you probably didn't play at the time. The meta was very much Graviton Lance and Anti-Up D, and it was very, very powerful at the time. And one of the things that was so formidable about the weapon was that lack of damage fall off. And even to this day, it still makes this thing decent. And I think without that perk, I would have been getting absolutely annihilated using this weapon. But with the perk, it basically allows you to take people on anywhere on the map. And the recoil pattern of the gun is very vertical and predictable in my opinion, and it's just very easy to consistently land crits. You do need to land that second shot, however. The first shot is doing next to no damage. You'll be seeing it hits like 16, so you need to hit that second burst. You need to make sure you hit your crit, and I like that crit requirement. I mean, most guns have a crit requirement, but I just like the, you know, the skill gap factor to it. It's just pretty enjoyable to me, and the gun just, it has that exotic weapon factor, you know, and it ticks all of those boxes that I like to look for. The look, the sound, and the feel. It literally ticks all 3 of those boxes, man. It is really, really good. Now, this weapon also has a catalyst. I will have to confess to you guys right now, I don't have the catalyst, okay? The catalyst gives you more range, and it also adds on hidden hand, which I believe gives you 15 more aim assist. But honestly, my performance didn't seem like, you know, oh, I need the catalyst to do well with this gun. Not at all. The problem with the catalyst, in my opinion, is it requires cosmology kills, right? So kills with the explosions, and that's very, very, very grindy. And you know, I don't want to sit on my live stream killing Thrall for an hour, you know. So I thought, you know what, screw it, man. We're gonna take this thing straight out of the box, you know, no upgrades needed, no extra bells and whistles. We're just gonna use Graviton Lance as it is on its own, straight out of the box. You know, the raw Graviton Lance, not the cooked Graviton Lance with the catalyst. It's fucking raw. What are you doing, Melinda? But anyway, it's just a really good gun, and it's really, really strong in a way that pulse rifles typically aren't when it comes to like peak shooting and just getting quick bursts out, because it almost feels, like I said, it's kind of like a scout rifle, and dare I say, it's almost kind of like a hand cannon. The two bursts, it just kind of feels like one bullet that hits you sort of delayed with the second shot. And I don't know, it just, you know how like some guns are buttery smooth? This is the opposite. It's not buttery smooth, it's very chunky. And I'm trying to think of something that's chunky that's good. But when it comes to food and chunky, not many things, I mean, you don't want many things to be chunky on your plate, right? I don't know. I don't know where I was going with this, but the point is, it's not buttery smooth, but it's still good, and it's kind of chunky, okay? It's a chunky boy. And I like those little purple explosions, even if they do absolutely nothing to people. I think I got one single kill with Cosmology. In fact, it was just a little bit earlier in the video. And yeah, Cosmology is not happening for the weapon. But it's all about Black Hole at the end of the day. Black Hole makes this thing unique. It has no damage fall off. And obviously, you know, especially if you're on PC, something like Deadman Tail is probably laughing right now at the thought of someone challenging them with Graviton Lance. But Deadman's Tail is very, 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 very strong on mouse and keyboard. But on controller, that's not really the case. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a great weapon on controller, but it's not broken like it is on mouse and keyboard. Because obviously on mouse and keyboard, you can 150 RPM triple tap to the head with absolute ease anywhere on the map. And yeah, that is kind of broken, and it's going to be interesting to see how they balance that. Hopefully they can do some M&K only balancing for Deadman's, because it's a great gun on controller, and it really doesn't need any sort of nerf on controller. But yeah, the Graviton Lance, guys, it is crispy. It's not buttery smooth, but it's really, really nice. Also, shout out to the Heritage that I was using. If you guys are interested in the roll, it was slide shot, snapshot on the Heritage. So guys, that's the end of the video. Made it all the way to the end and you still haven't hit like and you still haven't subscribed. What are you waiting for? Hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.